help but notice all the large rocks bordering things. These don't quite look like castle rocks though. There's a lot of rocks around here. Go around for a minute at the water. My new shoes. Well, I guess it's better to get them wet now. Ooh. Oh my goodness. There's something about really pure fresh water. You know, like its ability to carry things is vastly greater than water that's had things added to it or has, salts of any kind in it or metals of any kind especially. That's the capacity of water has to dissolve and carry other things is there's only a certain amount. And so, obviously, otherwise it stops being water and starts becoming a thick viscous until it becomes a paste, and then it becomes like clay, and then it becomes a solid after that. So a moist solid instead of a liquid with solubles in it, I guess you'd say. But that's why the distilled water thing is such an important detoxing tool, and the fact that it's completely not suggested or even talked about by mainstream medical, basically, it's acknowledged if it's brought up to them, but they try and oh no, that could be bad for you, deplete your body of minerals. Well, if you're about to keel over dead from tumors and cancers and stuff, I don't think depleting yourself of minerals at that particular moment is of great concern, personally, in my opinion. More important is the toxic buildup, which has allowed the parasitic infections to grow to the point that they're going to kill the person, in which case they need to address that, whether it means being a little bit mineral deprived for a while or not. That is the greater problem, right? Makes a lot of sense. Go ahead and question it, though, because I said it, so you shouldn't believe anything I say just because I say it. It's not. I'm just using logic, and that's my job here. Using logic, the logician, the ardent, the weirdo, the INTP weirdo. He's a weirdo, man. He's a weirdo. He's a weirdo. He walks around talking to himself, making videos that nobody watches. What a weirdo. A little green looking today. Look, the old road went down into the town. So really, come on now. Is that not a pyramid? It looks like a pyramid from the other side too. Yeah, they're trying to say cinder cone. Well, if it was a cone, it should be in the middle of a caldera, and there's a lot of other lumps in here. It just doesn't quite have the full-on caldera shape. And then right next to, let's see, where am I? I'm trying to see it. Okay, yeah. Right next to it over here, also, it's got that very steep front edge on it. It's like Aztec steep, right? Except it's gigantic, I don't know. So water, distilled water, clear water, and pure water, and grounding near the water. Because I was thinking, when it comes to earth grounding. That's great, but the thing that makes the earth have conductivity is the moisture content. And so if you're in a really dry area, if you're in the middle of the desert, you can go stand in the dry, dusty dirt all day long, and I don't think it's going to ground you very well. And I'm sure there's some benefit to that. But you get in a place where, there's moisture and the ground is more of a semiconductor rather than an insulator, then you get true earth grounding. And so by that reasoning, you go to a river, you're getting even more grounding. And if you want to follow the stream of thinking here, the rivers lead to the sea, which is also the ground source. So when you look at the earth system, we have a vast, gigantic sea of ground, electrical ground potential, which is not even ground in my cosmology. Actually, I shouldn't say it like that. The sea would be the neutral in my cosmology, but I guess that's a different story. Relative to the ionosphere, the sea would be the ground. So when you're earthing and earth grounding, you're connecting to the ground source. You should have conductive pathway to that ground source if you want to get anything out of it, right? And so the electrical charge will go through the earth. It will you will absorb electrons to the degree that you have excess positive charge built up in your body and on your skin. And it builds up all over your body, but your hands and your feet are key points, because electrical charge builds on the points of things. They're like transformers, and they have to be smooth windings and rounded edges of anything. Otherwise, charge will build up there and it'll arc out. So it's got to be smooth and round. So on your body, it's kind of the same thing, where there's a point or an edge, of your bone or your fingertips, say, or your feet, those are the end points. Those would be the edges, and charge will build up there to your hands and your feet especially, and your head, on your head and your neck, all down your spine, really. But I'm getting off subject, Okay, the electricity. So yeah, I'm thinking that the water is actually the ground source, which is really neutral relative to a positive and a negative charge potentials that are above us and below us. Because there's waters above, waters below. We're in the middle, where our neutral ocean is, our neutral potential sea. And there's waves of energy that travel from deep underground and to whatever is down there. And I don't mean inside a ball of earth. I mean there's no context to know what it is fully. So it's just speculation to make something up or to imagine it in that way. It's just the earth is laid out. We know above us we can see a long ways. It doesn't appear to be anything, on the top of a cave, but it could be a really big cave. Either way, there's an electrical charge up there, we know. We can measure it. And there's, relative to it, there's a neutral, negative on the ground. And I'm thinking that neutral, negative, relative potential is the ocean, and it travels through the water, and that's probably why the rivers and streams are where they are. That's probably why the cracks in the ground are where they are. It's a Lichtenberg kind of pattern that works its way out, and it forms makes the outline of what things will be as they build up there, as year after year of build up and decays begins to fill the land with land. I'm way digressing now. Okay, I will try and wrap it up here. So earthing gets that positive neutralized from your body, and that's good for you, because then you can shed the toxins once their charge is neutralized and they're no longer attracted to you. They become neutral. Your body's like, oh, well, this isn't stuck to me anymore, and flushes it out. And and remember, if you start detoxing, you're going to feel bad. you're going to start going, oh shit, there's something wrong with me. Which, there may be other things going on, but it's going to seem like it's a bad thing, like it's hurting you. But shedding toxins is good for you. It's just, it's not fun. Not fun. So, anyway, take care. That's all I got for now. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching, listening.